Hello, this is StyleCon coming at you today from Washington, D.C. at the Watch Buy Trunk Show. I'm going to take you on a little look of some of the products that they offer. Now, they pretty much do everything online. So if you're interested in any of these watches, I would check out their website. It's WatchBuys.com. And some of the watches we have here are from Nomos. They have a nice selection, and pretty much everything they carry is all German brands, which is a little different, you know. Obviously, the Swiss are considered the king of watches, but Germans make an excellent watch also. So if you're interested in one and it's on your radar, don't be afraid to give the gentleman a call or check out their website. They offer a great deal. If you check out some of their prices and you go to other places and you're looking around, you will find their prices are highly competitive, especially for what you get. Now, I was talking to the one gentleman, and he said that they can offer better prices, and the reason they can do that because there's no middleman involved. You don't have to worry about paying for a storefront. You don't have employees working for you, and that can help reduce the cost and pass the savings on to you. And then let's just go over here. They actually have a nice little setup here for people to come in and check out the watches. And if you do have a show in your area, I would recommend that you contact them and you can stop by yourself and see what they have to offer. And they do have some beautiful watches here. I'll just pull this puppy out. Look at that. And what I like is that it's different. It's not every day you're going to find watches like this. And that can make that nice if you're looking for that unusual piece that nobody has, or you know, that watch insider person you're talking to. They might be impressed with some of the watches that you can get here. I know I am, because there's a couple of pieces I have eyed up at the current time. Look at that. That's beautiful. And the prices are phenomenal, especially for the type of watches you're getting and the service that's involved with it. Second to none. All right, now we're making our way over to something that I really thoroughly enjoyed, and this is definitely one of the watches I'd like to add to my collection. It's the Jaeger Benzinger, and I just think that exhibition case back and that hand engraving. Look at that, for $3,800. How many watches are you going to buy with this much level of craftsmanship for this little bit of a price? Now, obviously, they're making money, but just, you know, you're going to spend a lot more money on a piece that won't look as good as this for $3,800. And I've been collecting wristwatches for 30 years, and I'm impressed with the prices that they have to offer on these. So if you're into it, like I said, I would highly check out the website. Then on top of that, I would personally go to the show, because obviously when you're looking at things on the website, it may not be as clear. You know, you don't get that in-your-face view. They're definitely better looking in person than they are on the web. All right, now we have some more pieces here. And actually, I found this one very sharp. It has like that little retro look to it. And the price isn't that bad at around $2,300. Let's look at that. Really nice looking watch. We'll just go down the line here. You can take a look. Now, these all have like that little retro look. And I think that's nice because, you know, everybody's else, they're coming out with some crazy designs, and they're keeping it classic. Which I like about this particular brand is that you can buy this watch today, you can wear it 10 years from now, 100 years from now, and pass it down to your son, daughter, whoever may be into them. And needless to say, this is going to have that classic look that'll never go out of style. Closed back, but highly polished. Very nice watch. And for only $1,790, I think that's a bargain. Then I'm just going to take you around. We have some stars of the show, and that's basically Zen, but the gentleman here pronounced it Sin. So I guess depending upon where you're from, you know, the pronunciation might change, because needless to say, these guys, they sell these, and That's what they're calling it. And then we'll just go around here. And actually, I'm a big fan of Sin, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to come down here with my buddy Charles Wallingford to check out all the different watches that they offer. I like to see everything and try it on before I buy it. I'm not a big fan of, buying something and then bringing it back and returning it. But if you stop by one of these shows, you can check things out for yourself and see what works for your wrist. See if you like it, in the flesh instead of in the pictures. And these are some beautiful watches at some phenomenal prices. Let me just take you around the table here. Okay, last but not the least, the Hanharts. Charles and I actually did a separate video on these, and if you want to check his channel out, Charles Wallingford on YouTube, you can see some of these up close and personal. I just picked out two that I really liked, and actually I used to own one of these, the Primus Racers. And when I bought mine, they were going for like $5,500. And since they hooked up with WatchBuys, look at the price, $25.90. That's almost over half off. Matter of fact, that is more than half off than what they originally were offered for. And they make some very interesting watches. They have a lot of history too. I like this bead blasted case. I think that's beautiful. And look at the exhibition case back. I think that's phenomenal. And it has a tambour style case. It looks like a drum, and the lugs are adjustable. If you have a smaller wrist, and this is a larger watch, and I own this particular one, and this one is 44 millimeter. But even with a smaller wrist, since you have the adjustable lugs, it will fit you perfectly. I would not complain about this particular watch. And when I had mine, I actually had a lot of looks. I mean, that used to get a lot of compliments when I was out and about. Once again, this is StyleCom. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. As usual, if you like, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.